Hey guys, welcome to the DK Podcast Show. Why is it the DK Podcast Show? We don't know because we don't have a better name yet. So if you do, put it in the comment section. We'll take a look at it and maybe pick your idea. I'm the Big D, and this is Special K over here.
Yeah. He calls me Special K because I'm special and my name starts with a K. But I'm Kelton Gentle. I'm 18 years old. I'm currently in the process of getting my real estate license, and I spend about every day with this crazy man with a mullet sitting right in front of me.
Yeah, so a little bit about me. I am Dustin Owens. Me and my wife, we run Manor Realty, and she gets to be the nice, beautiful face that everybody sees, and I am the janitor, landscaper, IT guy. I was a plumber last week. Of all these beautiful agents that we have, we tell everybody is she's the face of Manor, and I'm the ass. So she gets to do all the fun stuff, and that's okay with me. I've got 4 kids. I've got Teddy at home right now. He is 20 years old and goes to school at App. We've got Jeremiah. He is 8 and is all about sports. Hey the Hellion. He is crazy as can be. He is 7 years old, and we've got the Queen Bee herself, Miss Keekly Owens, coming in at 5 years old.
Keekly. Like Luke Kuechly.
Yeah, so we're huge Panther fans. So much so that I was there for the Panthers' very first win against the Jets in 1995. Go to a lot of events. Even Luke Kuechly did the ginger reveal for Little Miss Kuechly. So
he was like there and like announced it like at your party?
No, we did invite him, but he was a little bit busy with, that whole football thing. It's pretty much a full-time job, or at least for him.
I'd believe it.
Yeah, so we did a video. We posted up on YouTube. Tell you what, we'll attach that in the description below here. You can check that out. Him and a couple other Panthers from the Super Bowl team did the gender reveal, and let's just say the man is good at football, but not at commercials and doing video. So I'm sure those CPI commercials back in the day took forever. It's quite funny to watch, though.
The CPI security.
Exactly. Luke Kuechly tackling people. So it'd be pretty awesome. Yeah, my kid's very first ball game, Jay was there at 2 weeks old. Hey, not as much of a fan because he was 2 days old whenever the Seahawks beat the crap out of us in the playoffs. I was actually planning on going to that ball game in Seattle if Bonnie didn't have him yet. And so he just heard Daddy scream at the TV. Was his very first football experience. So I don't blame him for not being as big a fan, but it's growing on him now. And then Little Miss Kuechly, her very first ball game was at 10 days old. I held her like this. Jay's, funny story about Jay's. When we were tailgating, getting ready to pull in, he crapped all over himself and his car seat, and it smelled so bad we were wanting to throw up in the car trying to get out in the parking lot there. So it was a good time. We've always wanted to shit our pants for the Panthers, pretty much. That's the way it looks like for us. So, but yeah, he we just got back from Vegas. We took the boys for the NFL draft to go see who the Panthers are going to draft. And we got a local guy, too, which is great. I'm glad we picked him up. Needed some little bit of help on the offensive line. So I decided not to take the little girl. She's not quite as much of a fan as the boys. So we decided as a family to go to the draft. We actually tricked our boys. We got them out of school early. They were crying and pissing and moaning because they thought they were missing recess because I told them Mommy forgot to pack their lunch. But we literally just want to get them out at 11:30, so we'd go eat on the way to the airport. And then geography is not strong suit of the Owens family. We told them we were going to London. I wanted to see how far I could stretch it, and we had a layover in Vegas. So, yeah, that west and east thing didn't work out real well, so they were pretty pissed off about that. They cried quite a bit on the way to the airport, and yeah, it was a good time. I like to be the mean dad and pick on them and play jokes sometimes.
What's it like taking kids that under the age of 21 to a place I would imagine you have to be 21 to do most of the things?
It wasn't that big a deal. Like, we go to Vegas a lot. Like
as a family or just like you and Bonnie type deal?
We have went a couple times as a family, but usually just me and Bonnie. we did take the boys to the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight weekend kind of thing, but they were a heck of a lot smaller. Like, hey, crap the doo-doo rocket all over the bed right before. My kids like to take craps for sporting events.
They get so excited.
So excited that they want to take a dump. But yeah, we go quite a bit, and so I'm pretty familiar with the ins and outs of Vegas, where to go, where not to go. Don't want to see too many boobies just floating down the strip. And I didn't take them to Old Vegas because I knew that Bonnie would get pissed off at me for doing all that. So it's pretty crazy out there, and I wasn't going to have them do that part.
Since you're basically, I guess we could say the Vegas veteran. What would be someone you could tell someone that might be in your shoes for the first time, bringing kids that aren't of the age of 21 to Vegas? Like, what are some things that they could do to enjoy Vegas, but they aren't 21?
All right, so first of all, I'm going to tell you, I know a lot of people's got like a stigma of don't bring your kids to Vegas. It's so bad. If you know what you're doing, don't go for your very first time and take your kids to Vegas. Yeah, you're going to get hoodooed, but like Circus got like a lot of games and a whole game arcade situation. Stratosphere's got like the crap you can fall off the side of the building. It's nuts. No thank you, I'm not going to do that. The aquariums, shark reefs, tiger experience, things like that. We actually we did
what are some of the things that y'all did?
Yeah, we actually went to the Tournament of Kings. It's over at Excalibur. They had a huge arcade too down there for the kids to wait, so they could spend more money going in there. It's one of those eat with your hands, have a show while you're eating kind of crap.
So kind of like a Renaissance festival.
It's way crappier food, better entertainment.
No turkey legs?
No turkey leg. Chicken. It's chicken, but you have to eat it with your hands. Like eating green beans with your fingers. It's just freaking weird. And then the napkins are like the tissue paper. It was just no salt and pepper, no nothing. It's like you eat what you had in front of you. It reminded me of going to prison.
Imagine like that one family that like sends their kids all to Cantillion, like go to Vegas.
Dude,
or like,
and there's a lot of those people out there. It was quite funny. Like to see them.
Timmy, use your fork. Timmy, no. Yeah,
but the entertainment.
Damn it, Timmy.
Timmy. The entertainment was really cool to see. There was this dude jousting, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't part of the show, but they just kept going. He got pelted. I mean, caught it right up at the collarbone, and I think it went on up, but I'm not sure. But when he hit so hard, I thought, God, that dude needs to be in the WWE because he flopped so hard if it wasn't real. But I'm pretty sure he was hurt, and they just sort of drug him off, being like, get him off of here so we can keep their money and not have to give him a refund kind of thing. But the entertainment was pretty cool. Fire and sword fighting and like I said, the horseback ride. Like, the jousting, like, that's pretty hard. Like, what?
Yeah, that, like...
Yeah, the poker. What is the poker called?
I don't know.
Anybody know what the poker... Could you please tell us in the comments what the poker... I don't remember the name of it.
If you can get us the name of those, we'll get 2 pokers and go take some shopping carts and take them out here and have some.
No, we will not. But maybe he will.
Hey, I'll do it.
Yes, you would.
I just got to get someone to do it with me.
All right. So we got to go to Mandalay Bay, and we did the aquarium thing around there. It is a huge, huge aquarium. We go to a lot of things like this as a family. It's one of the biggest ones we go to. It has a stingray exhibit. You can go lay down and touch the different stingrays. They all feel a little bit different. So every species of stingray is like a little bit different. So some of them are like slick and nasty. Some of them are...
It's like women.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like women.
Just touch them a little bit differently, each one of them, to be able to fulfill their needs.
They all look the same, but none of them feel the same.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, and so the coolest part about that, it was at the end, we were walking back through and saw Trevor Lawrence gambling. And I spotted him right out, and he came over and took a picture with Jay, and it was pretty cool. He just stopped gambling. I would never stop gambling if I was in Vegas to go take a picture with some kid. So
is he like as tall as like it makes it out to be like on pictures?
Yes,
on social media and stuff?
His arms are so stinking long, and he is extremely tall. He's extremely skinny. Like I'm a little worried about him in the NFL taking a hit or two, but he is extremely tall, extremely nice. He didn't know that we're from the Carolinas, and like Jay and Hay are going to Clemson football camp, so it was really
You think
nice.
he'll be there?
he might be, but I doubt it. He might be a little bit busy,
Yeah,
leading the
training camp and stuff.
Jacksonville Jaguars around. But yeah, that was a pretty cool experience for the boys. So,
That's good. So, what other like former football players or current football players did y'all like get to meet or interact with?
yeah, so let's think about this. So we went to the NFL Experience, which is like a big combine that they set up, and it travels with like the Pro Bowl and Super Bowl and draft and all that stuff. So there's a lot of like meet and greets, autograph sessions, things like that. We got to see Marshawn Lynch, and that joker is so stinking huge. Oh God. So if you don't know this about me, my nipples get hard when something I don't like happens. If you got hit by Marshawn Lynch, my nipples got hard thinking about it. Like literally, like look, they're sticking out of his shirt right now. He is such a massive man, and to be as fast as he is, and to want to hit you, that's just scary to think about the NFL.
That yeah, like where does like someone even like how do you even get like that? Like that's my question.
God.
Like, is it
That
just
is the only
is it just
thing.
training? Is
No,
it,
it's
like,
just God.
God gifted talent.
Yes,
like,
that's all it is for him. He eats a lot of Skittles.
All right. Him. All right. Marshawn Lynch and like Ray Lewis, Oklahoma drill. Who you picking?
Ray Lewis for sure. I think.
You think it'd be close?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think they'd stand him up and fall down at the half-yard line kind of thing. Marshawn might roll over him, but Ray Lewis is just, man, he's huge.
He is a goat.
He is the GOAT, that is for sure. But got to see him, got to see Marcus Allen. They had a lot of like Raider people because it is the Raider country around there. So, do you even know who Marcus Allen is, you young whippersnapper?
I don't have a clue.
Yes, that's what I thought. He played defense and back whenever I was little and like before I was even born. So I wouldn't think that you'd know. Bo Jackson was there. He played for the Raiders for a little bit.
I know who Bo Jackson is.
How do you know who Bo Jackson is?
The only way I actually know who Bo Jackson is because my mom got me like this little sign for my room that had a quote by him. It said Bo Jackson at the bottom. So like I looked him up and found out he played baseball and football, both professionally, right?
Yeah,
Like
Heisman.
yeah. So that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So I understand why that man's name is on my wall now.
Yes, he's a cyclist now in Alabama. So
Cyclist. Does he
Yeah.
live in Alabama?
I'm sure he does. He's just a hunter. He went to Auburn. Oh, Rob Gronkowski is as crazy as you would expect him to be. Like his life literally is just like what you see on social media.
Like him like throwing Super Bowl trophy worth quite a bit of money from boat to boat. Like him just partying.
Yeah, exactly. Like chugging beers. Like how do you
The
keep
football.
that body? That is just amazing.
He is the wolf of the NFL. Like Wolf of Wall Street.
If I could be reincarnated, I would want to come back as Rob Gronkowski. And anybody who did not is a crazy person. Like he is living the dream of my life. Like he's crazy. The NFL experience is really cool because all these players are walking around and everything else, and then they got activities for everybody to do. So you've got like obstacle course. You catch a ball at a jugs machine, run through some tackling dummies, and then they've got like a precision throw-in. They've got a 40-yard dash. They've got a vertical jump. They had some of the Raiders Super Bowl rings out there. And then on the other side of it's where they were actually doing all the draft picks. So you're hearing people's names getting called, lives being changed right across the way from you. So that was really cool to see.
Now, does like that like NFL experience like does that like stay in Vegas or is that like travel with like the NFL event?
So that it goes around like to the draft, the Super Bowl, the Pro Bowl, and they just sort of move it around. Some of it's going to change, like Super Bowl rings, things like that.
Yeah.
Had locker room exhibits of like different players for different teams, and had their shoes and everything else sitting out there. So the boys got to see what they looked like. It was really cool. The boys actually even got to do a NFL Combine kind of flag football training thing. So they had like 15, 20 minutes of training with like Prius I hate to say it, but like washed up NFL players.
Yeah.
And then had a little scrimmage at the end of it. And I think like the FaZe Clan actually had like a legit game out there.
Oh, the FaZe Clan was there.
Yes, they had their own like flag football game right after ours. So, but we were the big time people out there.
Was all of the FaZe Clan there?
I don't know. I don't
I
follow.
bet
that
the
crap.
kids went crazy on that one.
No, I didn't. I don't sit around for that crap. So,
Yeah, I'm talking about the kids though. Not
no,
you.
we didn't stay.
We haven't got to you yet.
We didn't stay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but they
kids would have loved that.
They would have loved that, but I wasn't gonna sit around and let them watch all that crap. But yeah, so that was a lot of fun for the boys. Well, I can tell you this, just sticking with the NFL experience like theme here. My favorite bar was actually at the entrance of it, so it was great because in Vegas you can walk around with an open container as long as it's plastic. They don't care. So I would get a drink from the Stage Door Casino and convenience store, if you ask me, because they have a convenience store with it, and walk back into line with Bonnie and be great. It was I get the Adios MFer. If you don't come to the Stage Store and get an Adios motherfucker, then you don't really come to Vegas as a redneck. It's pretty much nothing but alcohol because like there's no sipping and hanging out with your kids and whenever you're trying to do that. So if you're going to have a drink and have to tolerate screaming kids and stuff like that, you might as well go ahead and get the strong ones.
Oh, yeah.
But the Stage Door is just, it's a locals kind of bar. You would never know it. It's on the backside of the strip. It's just, I think it's like the official Las Vegas bar for the Raiders. The convenience store part of it actually has a cooler, like a regular like drink cooler, and I can just pick up my drink and pull it out. No, you're picking up Ace of Spades and Dom Perignon and stuff like that out of this cooler that's just sitting right there beside the cashier's table. So like $200, $300 bottles of champagne are already chilled, just waiting
for you to come and pick it up and drink it.
Yeah, dude, they've got every stinking drink now. It might cost you some, but they got just bottles of Pappy just sitting there behind the bar. You can have whatever you want to in that joker, and it's a hole in the wall. It's such a hole in the wall. A hot dog and a beer is $3, and it's been that way for 10 years.
$2 for a beer, $1 for a hot dog.
Whatever you want to say. In Vegas, I'll take a $5 beer, and usually I have to buy those anyways. But it was a good time. So I enjoyed being able to go see those people because it's like cheers. They remember your name kind of thing when you walk up in there.
You're telling me them people that work there remember you each year?
There's a couple girls in there that, because I go in there so much, that they know who I am. I tell myself it's because of the mullet, not because I'm a degenerate.
I'm sure you gambled a little bit.
I'm not the huge gambler, actually, believe it or not. My wife is the gambler. So we let Bonnie do most of the gambling. I, on the other hand, just sort of hung out because I don't know if you know this, but you can't have kids anywhere near the casino floor. If they are close and you stop, you get yelled at. And for example, I had to tie my shoe one day and I'm pushing a stroller and the boys are sitting in there doing nothing, like minding their own business. And this pit boss rolls up to me and was like, "Can't stop here. Keep on going." I'm like, "Dude, I got to tie my shoe." He's like, "Nope, can't stop here." I was like, "Dude, you've never seen me walk before, but if I don't tie my shoe right here, we're going to have bigger problems because I'm probably tripping, falling on this place." So it's literally that strict of having kids down there. So you can't just be like, "Hold on, let daddy play for 10 minutes, sit beside me," whatnot. No, you can't do any of that. So me and the boys, we would hang out, go up to the room, play Switch. We make a human totem pole. They climb on my shoulders. We'd wrestle, watch a little TV. Just had like vacation time, like break vacation time.
Yeah,
my mommy was downstairs gambling. Like I really, really suggest if you ever go with your kids to Vegas, go gamble in the morning. You know why? Because whenever you lose your daily allowance from your loving wife at the very first thing in the morning, there's nothing else that you can go do. But you got to go hang out with your kids. Like, I'm done for. So I'd go lose all my money in the morning, then go to breakfast and hang out all day and go do the NFL stuff.
And Bonnie make it back by night.
Yeah, so whenever we'd come back from the NFL experience, go upstairs, take a nap, take a shower, whatever, and then Mama stay down there at the Angry Baby. I don't know what the heck that thing's called, and she'd go gamble away and play her little slot machines or roulette. So, but it was a pretty good time. Yep.
So we heard about your favorite time. What do you think Bonnie's favorite experience about it was?
There's just so many because it's just like a family fun vacation. It was. I'd probably say that her gambling was. She won money, and I don't think she's won that much before. And yeah, so she probably enjoyed that. She got to go shopping a little bit and all that stupid girl stuff that they always do. But yeah, it was just a pretty calm time. I don't really know what her favorite time was. We'll have Bonnie on for the
I'll
next.
get her down here tomorrow.
Yes, let's get her down here, and we'll make her do the next episode and get her side of the Vegas experience.
All right.
So, well, that's all we got for you today. Hope you tune in, subscribe to us, and we will get you a couple more episodes out here
Thank you for
sooner or
watching.
later.